Welcome to TradeTheMBA.com. This is John's reports for the 7th. Well, there was a lot of excitement. The rumor mill all excited because they were saying that Trump's going to back off his tariffs. Well, that was enough to light things up. Some people are claiming that it's was all, of course, President-elect Trump came out immediately and said that was baloney. But regardless, it did the effect. Market shot up dramatically from it. Dollar took a nosedive. Was it a hedge fund? Was it individuals in foreign government? Who knows? It doesn't really make any difference. But that just shows you how delicate the situation is when it comes to hype. And you're going to see a lot of that in the coming year. And I think that's going to be one of those volatility mixes that people aren't quite ready for yet. But it'll be interesting. I mean, it's important for the euro because it staved them off from that cataclysm they were at. Didn't do any good for treasuries because the yield continued, because people are going to demand more money because of the risk, particularly as they see oil continuing its climb. And the longer it stays at these levels, higher inflation, and it can get worse. It can get a lot worse with global conflict. But you can see how that news was just a complete turnaround for the euro. So life saving, of course, people are going to short back into that because at the end of the day, it doesn't fundamentally change anything for Europe. Maybe it buys them some time, but they're on borrowed time. That's no question about that, unless they change their policies, which is always an option. From a gold standpoint, it didn't do anything for gold. You can see the perceived short interest as everyone thinks that Trump is going to come in, inflation is going to be wiped out immediately, and Biden's certainly doing everything in these last weeks, or at least his people are, to block drilling, release criminals, every little hiccup you can think of, make sure government workers stay in, blah, blah, blah. These are all things that will just take time to unravel, which is exactly the point. Slow things down. Don't let him get off to a strong, fast start because he's going to undo everything that was done over the last several years. From a Bitcoin standpoint, though, very exciting because they see this uncertainty within regular currency, and in particular, the stability that we're seeing across it. You've had Justin Trudeau obviously resign yesterday. You're seeing several European leaders who are under pressure. If they're not going to have to call for early elections, they're going to be under anyway. So this, I want to call it a tidal wave because it really is. It's just a seismic shift in what people are willing to accept anymore, and that's instability is certainly great for crypto. ETH, likewise, I mean, these readings are pretty clean. We got magenta over yellow. No surprise there. Green over cyan. Cyan now under red. What more do you want? Shakeout positive. Just go down the list and say yes, yes, yes. From a 50K standpoint, you can see how clean everything was. I mean, once you had the initial spike over here, it faded, and as soon as it crossed back above, we ended up with a brief little move. Still staying above, could see that push things down into the 59.70 range potential there. Intraday, here's what it looked like. There was the big hype, and then, of course, Trump came out and said, no, you're full of it. We're putting tariffs on all of them anyway, and boom, that drove things down. So, and again, none of this matters until, well, the 20th. So you just got to hold on for another 12 days or whatever and see how it goes from there. But needless to say, it was quite exciting to see that kind of reaction to just a report. And it's just amazing that they still believe legacy media anyway, but they do, and that caused a hype. And if the crowd's into a thing, the crowd's into a thing, because obviously it moves to people that had enough resources to make things start to happen. So that's another perfect tale. I mean, broadly, did most people know this information? No, just a couple, but they had the ones that with the fingers on the levers with the cash. So it's about as clear a picture as you can see that can drive the market. Uh, it's not necessarily broad-based information like some of the hypers want to tell you that, oh yeah, it's just fair equity price, based on discovery. No, keep trying. Anyway, that's unrelated to what we're seeing from our readings, but needless to say, we'll continue to follow just what's been clear. We saw at the beginning of the year that the magenta was rising over yellow all the way from the daily chart on, so it was nothing new. Just keep continuing to plug away. Have a good one. Trade well.